Hello everyone, welcome to Shining Star Academia. This is the last part on the nucleus, in which we are going to talk about chromatin fibers and nucleolus. We have already discussed about basics of nucleus and some structures of nucleus in previous videos. If you haven't seen that videos, then I will mention the link of that video in the description. So the nucleus is the heart of the cell and present in eukaryotic cells. So let's start with ultrastructure. The nucleus is composed of following structures: the nuclear envelope or nuclear membrane or karyotheca, which separates nucleoplasm to cytoplasm. Second is the nucleoplasm or nuclear sac. Space between nuclear envelope and nucleolus is known as nucleoplasm. Third is the chromatin fibers, and fourth is the nucleolus. In this figure, we can see the different structures of nucleus. So here is the outer nuclear membrane and inner nuclear membrane, collectively called as nuclear envelope. On outer membrane, nuclear pores are present. Outer membrane is connected with rough endoplasmic reticulum. Then nucleoplasm contains chromatin and nucleolus. So let's start with chromatin fibers. The nucleoplasm contains many thread-like, coiled and much elongated structures. These thread-like structures are known as the chromatin substance or chromatin fibers. Chrome means color. Such chromatin fibers are observed only in the interphase nucleus. During the cell division, chromatin fibers become thick ribbon-like structures which are known as the chromosomes. Chemically, chromatin consists of DNA and proteins. Small quantity of RNA may also be present, but the RNA rarely accounts for more than about 5% of the total chromatin present. Most of the protein of chromatin is histone, but non-histone proteins are also present. The protein is to DNA weight ratio averages about 1:1. Histone are constituents of the chromatin of all eukaryotes except fungi, resemble prokaryotes in this respect. The fibers of the chromatin are twisted, finely ananstomosed and uniformly distributed in the nucleoplasm. Two types of chromatin material have been recognized. First is heterochromatin and second is euchromatin. So let's first talk about heterochromatin. The darkly stained condensed region of the chromatin is known as heterochromatin. The condensed portion of the nucleus are known as chromocenters or karyosomes or false nucleoli. The heterochromatin occurs around the nucleolus and at the periphery. It is supposed to be metabolically and genetically inert because it contains comparatively small amount of the DNA and large amount of the RNA. Okay, so heterochromatin is genetically and metabolically inactive. Next is euchromatin. The light stained and diffuse region of the chromatin is known as euchromatin. The euchromatin contains comparatively large amount of DNA and euchromatin is genetically and metabolically active. Next is nucleolus. Most cells contains in their nuclei one or more predominant spherical, colloidal, acidophilic bodies called nucleoli. However, cells of bacteria and yeast lacks nucleolus. The size of the nucleolus is found to be related with the synthetic activity of the cell. Therefore, the cells with little or no synthetic activity, for example, sperm cells, blastomeres, muscle cells, etc., are found to contain smaller or no nucleoli, while the oocytes, neurons, and secretory cells which synthesized the proteins or other substance contains comparatively large size of nucleoli. The number of the nucleoli in the nucleus depends on the species and the number of the chromosomes. The number of the nucleoli in the cells may be 1, 2 or 4. The position of the nucleolus in the nucleus is eccentric. A nucleolus is often associated with the nucleolar organizer, which represent the secondary constriction of the nucleolar organizing chromosomes and are 10 in number in human beings. In corn, Siamese chromosome 9 and 6 contain darkly staining knobs or nucleolar organizers. Nucleolar organizer consists of the genes for 18S, 5.8S and 28S rRNAs. The genes for the fourth type of rRNA, that is 5S rRNA, occurs outside the nucleolar organizer. Next is chemical composition of nucleolus. Nucleolus is not bounded by any limiting membrane. Calcium ions are supposed to maintain its intact organization. Chemically, nucleolus contains DNA of nucleolar organizer, 4 types of rRNAs, 70 types of ribosomal proteins, RNA binding proteins, for example, nucleolin, and RNA splicing nucleoproteins. It also contains phospholipids, orthophosphates, and calcium ions. Nucleolus also contains some enzymes such as acid phosphatase, nucleoside phosphorylase, and NAD+ synthesizing enzymes for the synthesis of some coenzymes, nucleotides, and ribosomal RNA. RNA methylase enzyme, which transfers methyl groups to the nitrogen bases, occurs in the nucleolus of some cells. Second is ultrastructure and function of nucleolus. Nucleolus are the sites where biogenesis of ribosomal subunits takes place. In it, 3 types of rRNAs, namely 18S, 5.8S and 28S rRNAs are transcribed as a parts of a much longer precursor molecule which undergoes processing or RNA splicing by the help of 2 types of proteins such as nucleolin and U3SN-RNP. Now U3 is a 250 nucleotide containing RNA and SN-RNP represents small nuclear ribonucleoproteins. The 5S rRNA is transcribed on the chromosome existing outside the nucleolus and the 70 types of ribosomal proteins are synthesized in the cytoplasm. All of these components of the ribosomes migrate to the nucleolus where they are assembled into 2 types of ribosomal subunits which are transported back to the cytoplasm. The smaller 40S ribosomal subunits are formed and migrate to the cytoplasm much earlier than larger 60S ribosomal subunits. Therefore, nucleolus contains many more incomplete 60S ribosomal subunits than the 40S ribosomal subunits. Such a time lag in the migration of 60S and 40S ribosomal subunits prevents functional ribosomes from gaining access to the incompletely processed hnRNA, that is heterogeneous RNA, precursor for mRNA, molecule inside the nucleus. Different stages of formation of ribosomes are completed in 3 distinct regions of the nucleus. Thus, their initiation, production, and maturation seem to progress from center to periphery. Following 3 regions have been identified in the nucleolus. First is fibrillar center, the innermost region of the nucleolus. The RNA genes of nucleolar organizer of chromosomes are located in this region. The transcription, that is rRNA synthesis of these genes, is also initiated in this region. Second is dense fibrillar component. This region surrounds the fibrillar center and RNA synthesis progresses in this region. The 70 ribosomal proteins also binds to the transcripts in this region. Third, cortical granular components. This is the outermost region of the nucleolus where processing and maturation of pre-ribosomal particles occurs. Third is mitotic cycle of nucleolus. The appearance of the nucleolus changes dramatically during the cell cycle. During meiosis as well as during mitosis, the nucleolus disappears during prophase. As the cell approaches mitosis, the nucleolus first decreases in size and disappears as the chromosomes condense and all RNA synthesis stops, so that generally there is no nucleolus in a metaphase cell. When rRNA synthesis restarts at the end of mitosis, tiny nucleoli reappears at the chromosomal location of the rRNA genes. For example, in humans, the rRNA genes are located near the tip of each of the 5 different chromosomes, that is paired autosomes 13, 14, 15, 21 and 22. Accordingly, 10 small nucleoli are formed after mitosis in a human diploid cell, although they are rarely seen as separated entities because they quickly grow and fuse to form the single large nucleolus typically of many interphase cells.